Hello, I'm Kate Driver, naturopath and women's health coach. And today I'm stopping by just to mention to you what you can do to avoid having thyroid issues. And if you have a potential thyroid issue or you do have a thyroid problem, then these are the top 10 things that you need to avoid. So the first one is hormones in food, hormones and antibiotics in food. So that's meats and eggs that are not free-range, organic and grass-fed and are full of hormones. But that also includes dairy products, bovine dairy products, cows, dairy products. They're really pumped up with hormones. So please be aware that if you eat these things, having organic is really important to avoid these hormones, because these hormones are going to disrupt your own hormone balance and affect your thyroid health also. Then the second thing, number 2, is bad fats, inflammatory fats in your diet. So that's fried food, processed fats in any sort of processed foods, in your processed meats, and things like sauces or anything that says vegetable oil, corn oil, that is heat treated in a baked good or something that has been pre-cooked that you buy from a supermarket. That is a bad inflammatory fat. Margarines, which are heat treated oils, they are bad fats. And then really burnt meat and really lots of saturated fats that are burnt are bad fats also. Now there's nothing wrong with eating saturated fats as long as you don't overcook them and you don't have too many, and you balance your fats out with the good fats in your really healthy foods like avocados and nuts and seeds and oily fish and coconut oil and hemp seeds. Those sort of things balance out the bad fats. So have loads of those which are anti-inflammatory and have less of the inflammatory fats. And then you really need to look at filtering your water. Depending on where you live in the world, if you drink tap water, where I live, our tap water has chlorine and fluoride or fluorine in it. So they are 2 halogen minerals that stop you from absorbing iodine, which is the precursor or which helps you to produce your thyroid hormones. So please filter your water from fluoride or fluorine and chlorine or chloride, sorry, because there's chloride and chlorine, and also of the heavy metals in your water. And please alkalize your water also. If your water is not a correct pH and it's not alkaline, then it doesn't get absorbed into your cells in your body also. Then you also want to look at whether your hormones are balanced firstly, but also avoiding, if you're on HRT, hormone replacement therapy of any kind, and that includes the oral contraceptive pill or any of those contraceptive devices that contain hormones, then the estrogens in this can disrupt and reduce the function of your thyroid gland. So please be aware of this also. It depends on how long you're on these medications for, but if you are really prone to a thyroid issue, it's I highly advise not to do this if you can avoid it. Then you're looking at chemicals just generally in your environment, in your things like fly sprays, cleaners that you might use in your household or you get exposed to in your garden. So all of these sort of chemicals can disrupt your thyroid and your function of your liver and your hormones, and they all play a role together. So avoiding chemicals in your life, or reducing them at least, is really important. And then you've got other particular endocrine disruptors, which particularly are phthalates and bisphenol A or BPA or parabens in skincare and personal care products. You really want to avoid those sort of things as well as much as you can. There are so many natural alternatives with skincare, makeup, cleaners. Oh my God, there's such a good range nowadays. I get really excited because there's so many options. But as you probably know, and I'll post very soon, there is a few of my favorites that I'll share with you soon. And then you're looking at foods. So please try and reduce or avoid goitrogenic foods. And these foods disrupt thyroid function. These foods are particularly unfermented soy products. So when I say that, I mean things like soy milk, soybeans that aren't fermented, soy cheese, soy, any sort of soy, you know, the vegan or vegetarian sort of soy products. So when it's fermented, it's something like tempeh or miso, or you can get some fermented soy milks or natto. So you want it to be fermented, and that's naturally how our body uses it. And then you're looking at your heavy metals that you might get exposed to. So you're looking at in the atmosphere, we get exposed to toxins and pesticides. So this includes, pesticides, car fumes. Those sort of things are full of heavy metals. So your thyroid gland is actually really sensitive to heavy metals. This also includes amalgam fillings in your teeth. They're the silver fillings. And I know in some countries they're banned, but a lot of people still have them. I come across it all the time with my patients. So this mercury disrupts your thyroid gland, not only just being a toxin to all of the body, but it actually inhibits the absorption of certain nutrients that are needed for a healthy thyroid function. And it affects your liver as well. So talking about liver, you need to have a healthy gut and liver function to have a healthy thyroid. So if your gut's not working efficiently, it will affect your liver. And if your liver's not working efficiently, it can potentially affect your gut. So the majority of your thyroid hormones are converted in your liver. And if your gut is affecting your liver, if you've got an overload of bad bacteria or candida or parasites, or you're not having a regular bowel movement, or you're not excreting the bad estrogens, then your liver is going to be backed up and be overloaded. And that will affect your thyroid because you you convert most of your thyroid hormones in your liver. So that's really important. Then last but not least is stress and negative emotions. So stress, because it affects your adrenal glands, and stress hormones are, if they've overloaded in our body, they're still something that our liver has to metabolize. And if our adrenal glands are completely stressed all the time and pumping out the stress hormones, then our thyroid gland will eventually be affected also, and our thyroid gland will start suffering. All the glands in our body work together in harmony, so we need to look after them all. The liver is one of them, and I hope you look after your liver. And these tips have been very helpful, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.